Hey guys, Monk52 here of course, and today we're discussing the Independence, the one of the campaign carrier for this update. Obviously, our main comparison will be the Tech Tree Ranger, which is again completely free, so we're gonna have to hard compare this here. We're running the same mods here: Flight Control mod instead of Air Groups mod 1, and Air Groups mod 2 over AA Guns mod. If you need to use your AA Guns mod, it should be fine because it's American carrier, right? Right. Well, anyway, let's do some comparisons here. So, Independence has 2,626 hit points for the speed bombers, which is actually higher than the Ranger, and it has 49 torpedo speed, which is 47 for the Ranger, by the way, so that's a little bit faster. So it's got overall better torpedo bombers. For the dive bombers, it has 8 aircraft per squadron, so it's an extra 3, but less health and a whopping 12% less fire chance for your bombs, but they do hit a bit harder as well. So that is important to note. Also, as you look at the comparison to the Rangers here, you can see 56% compared to 44, but the Independence maximum bomb damage is 1600 and something in 8 or something it was, and this is only 15778. It's not much of a difference, but it's something. So they hit harder, but they don't have as much fire chance. The Ranger also has secondary gun power and better AA, slightly slower speed, better concealment by about a kilometre, which is kind of funny, and higher health pool as well. So it's very interesting. It's very weird when you're comparing these two. Commander is what I'm using here, the Fournette, which is aircraft carrier AT bomb damage, no fly zone, emergency power, out of sight, and burn baby burn with fully packed. I run this on both commanders here with Mr. Swersky helping our concealment. You could run this, look at me now, is more comfortable, but Burn Baby Now is what I'd like to run. Additional fire chance, additional AP damage. You really buff the bombs with Americans. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's on to the game. So, Independence, how do we play it and how do we do it? It's very similar to our Ranger. I wouldn't say it's a bad carrier. It's not great, but it's getting there. It's like a Ranger, but a little bit more easier to use. It has easier to beat bombers, which I like more. I specialise in speed bombers more than the bombers. And you've also got the bombs that hit harder, so it's more important to get the 2 hits rather than relying on the fire damage. It's more of a straight alpha strike. It's more like the Russians, and you need like pure alpha strike. You're not going to get as many fires because you cut down by 12% on the bombs, but you do have an extra 2 bombers, so you have that going for you as well. Tanky planes, same as a little bit less tanky and more at the same time as we discussed for the Ranger. It's not that bad a carrier. I just think the USS Black is a bit more of a viable option, really. I have played it on stream, and if you guys are interested in seeing that, please check out my link to stream. But I haven't covered a masterclass on it yet. But 13-second radar, old Fletcher guns, which is always good. Good log smoke screen. Torpedoes that are still there. They're not bad. They're slow, but it doesn't matter really. They've got 0.9 kilometer detectability. And you've got some really good stuff there, really, with the Black. You've got really good versatility. That radar is very helpful, and it gives you that edge over other boats. It really is quite effective at flushing out and killing destroyers. Very good if you're running a gunboat build on that USS Black. Anyway, onto the thing here. As you saw, we bomb drop there with our torpedoes. 7,000 damage is nothing to laugh at for 2 torpedo hits. That's not bad. You have to forgive my carrier play. Sometimes I'm a little bit rough here. Have to see what we can do here. So, bring out the bombers. You really definitely want to rotate your bombers you want to rotate your things. You want to run dive bombers or torpedo bombers and whatever it is, as long as you keep switching up. That's really what's important. You've got 8 here. I strongly recommend you do your first pre-drop and maybe even another pre-drop because you have 8. It's just a lot of planes to lose in one squadron, so it's a good idea to drop it unless you're going after one target alone, which I believe we are here, so I don't think we will pre-drop. We also see the destroyer here, which is really good, but he does smoke up and it's probably not worth doing too much on him there. So we'll try and vacate ourselves over to that other destroyer here who's been giving some grief to our battleship and Jervis. Now Jervis is going to have a wonderful game, I'm going to tell you guys in advance, and we kind of let him. I'm not really saying it's our response. It's because of us, but we could have done stuff that made his score lower, but honestly I'd rather just give it to someone else. It's nice if we can do it. With carriers you're not going to get as much MP as other things. It's something the carrier XP is a little bit weird. A little bit of a weird drop on the scanny. We did mess that up, but hey, we're keeping him spotted. is a scally, so pretty darn decent AA, as you can see. It looks like some sort of raining hail here, but we can try our best to get some stuff done. If you get a bomb hit on the destroyer, it's incredibly effective, and this is really the advantage that Independence has. You can just keep trying to bomb this man. If you're good with bombs and if you're good at bombing runs in American carriers, my god, this is going to be a very strong goal for you. The extra 3 aircraft is, extra 2 aircraft, sorry, is going to be very impactful for you. So, yeah, we'll send those back and we'll swap off to the P bombers. Let's get a little bit closer to our target. You really want to move around with your carrier. You don't want to be sitting back in the back of the map, because your squadron cycle time takes you to get your squadron out, do your run, and then come back and do another one. Will be severely shortened because you're closer to the target. That being said, you are a little bit more at risk because you are a lot less stealthy, but you need to keep aware of that, keep an eye on it. You really don't want to be at the back of the map in a carrier. It's just so ineffective for you and so ineffective for your team, and you do nothing. It really does not help out because it takes you 5 years to get a squadron out, even at the speed. Oh, North Carolina got smacked. That's unlucky. But yeah, you really want to be closer to the action as much as possible, thinking yourself spotted, of course. But yes, West Virginia doesn't have much AA, as I've heard repeatedly from a certain somebody, so we're going to try and drop him with our full squadron. He's a lone ship, and yeah, when you're on your own, perfect time for a carrier, unfortunately. Positional with smart play, ambushing targets, that's all taken out of play when you have the carrier involved, so we'll just leave what we do here, and we'll just try and butcher this poor West Virginia for everything that he's got. That's 2 torpedo hits there, that's another 5 to 7k, 6k I think maybe, I don't know, we'll have to see. We turn around here, he shot down one of our planes. Look at all the A, man, it feels like a lot, isn't it? But he's still down 2 of our planes there, look at that. And then we get that one done, probably going to lose our plane on the return here, but that's still 4 torpedoes I think, or at least 3. I couldn't tell there, 4, yeah, 4. So we do that, we push up here, we're a little bit close to the action, so let's disengage a little bit, but we're still got plenty of rich target rich environment right here, and we can see we can do a Scharnhorst, which is obviously a tier 6. You do get up tiered quite a bit in the tier 5 carriers, I think I've seen. Tier 6 is quite a popular class, particularly because it is a money earning class. It might change to tier 7 rework, because the credit earnings is quite high on tier 6 and tier 7 now. You're getting a massive buff for the premium at tier 7, which we all should have plenty if we've been playing this game for a while, buying out the campaigns. We're trying to hit our decent bomb drop here on the Scharnhorst. 10,000, that's pretty good. Again, the alpha is highest at tier 5, with the Independence having more HE alpha than the Ranger, but it has a severely less, 12% less fire chance, so you're less likely to get fires, but you're more likely to get, you're guaranteed the higher damage, just at least from the pure alpha of the bomb hit. We're going to go after West Virginia here. I feel that Scharnhorst is just a little bit too tanky sometimes, so let's just go over here and try to get a shot on West Virginia. We get another 2, that's 7,000, so we actually did less than West Virginia, so maybe I'm wrong there. But work on here. Looks like one of the Icarus here was hunting us here, and he was going after the carrier. We just avoided him, because yeah, it's never a good idea to go after the carrier at the start of the game, at least in the destroyer. So yeah, he's avoided that. Now we can just sail back there, and we can deal with West Virginia. I don't think the Icarus is really much of a concern. There's Queen Elizabeth behind, and he sees it coming. The guy is shooting at him or something. I don't know. Something's getting him spotted. The Queen Elizabeth has so many opportunities to shoot him. It's just, yeah, it should be fine. Queen Elizabeth, all he has to do is load HE and fire, and he can probably get 2 to 3 shots off him on a destroyer at close range. Even with just the back guns, that would do significantly well. West Virginia does go down to the Fuso, which is a little bit unfortunate for our bomb dropping, but hey, as long as it kills, a kill, and we're getting the stuff done. Pretty much even, relatively. We're a little bit up in points. We have a little bit of advantage in caps at the minute. They don't have a cap yet, but they are capturing the point, and we'll see what we can do here. We're trying to prevent that with our drops right now, and we don't have time to straighten up our drop anymore. We're just going to get that bomb drop off. I'm quite quick with carriers, and it's a little bit of a downside. You should be quite slow and plan your attack hit properly. That way you get the most damage at your drops. But I like to be quick and impactful as possible. That being said, it's probably better to go slow, but hey, that's just how I roll sometimes. So Scharnhorst is very low, and looks like we could probably give it to the Jervis, is what I'm saying here. Like, we could go after him, but let's be real here, he's probably going to burn to death. and we are needed to deal with. Yeah, he's picking up high caliber as a result of that. If we bombed it, Sharnos probably would kill him right now, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's just leave it. There we go. Sharnos just went down to that. Yeah, they were good. And Icarus has just burned him down. That was a field day. He also torqued him as well. We're going to have to see what happened. Okay, the Queen Olympus did take out the other Icarus there, and it's just left the T-61 left, and a battleship, and the carrier, of course. So yeah, we'll see what we can do here. So let's go and protect that Queen Elizabeth, who was asking for help earlier. He didn't really need it, and I know he didn't really do it, but he, you know, it should be alright. I really think that the Queen Elizabeth would be fine, and thankfully he was. Now, we did see that T-61 on the map. So he's the one that smoked up on us earlier. So see if we can get the damage we wanted to get on him originally with our bombers. Now again, very difficult to land bombs on American carriers. Once you're used to it, you can do it. But at the same time, the German bombers are a little bit different entirely. Once you get used to those, it's like a bad muscle memory, I think. But hey, we'll do what we can here. We're going to really aim ahead here. We do actually get a score hit. That's 5,000 damage in the fire. These bombs hit like an absolute truck, guys. And when they hit, they're just simply not to be taken lightly. So that was a 5k alpha hit, roughly, with a fire. And if we land another hit, that's probably going to kill him as well. And we didn't even land two, we landed one, and that just absolutely just took him out, man. And that's just 2 hits. 2 hits. Imagine we hit 2 hits the first time. That would have been a death strike on the destroyer. The bombs hit really hard, and you got to respect that as well. So if you're pretty good in carriers, particularly the American dive bombers, Independence is quite a fun boat. It's more reliant on the alpha strike and less just the fire damage, because obviously 30% less fire damage. Queen Elizabeth does go down to the T-61, a little bit unfortunate. We should have been a little bit faster, but hey, we can't predict the future, we can only estimate. Colorado is left, he's attacking the Fissile. Fissile is a little bit disadvantaged here because he's giving him not enough angle. And of course, Colorado overmatches most of his bow. Fissile does on icebreaker, but yeah, it does overmatch most of his bow. So it'll be pretty rough for him. Plus, Colorado's got health advantage as well. I think we already said that. I'm not sure now. So, we're going to do our best to bomb him here. He's pretty much the last remaining ship here, besides the carrier. We're just going to do our best to drop him here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Torpedo spread's pretty good, and the torpedo bombers hit a little bit harder. They're basically overall better than the Ranger speed bombers. They even go 3 knots, 2 knots faster. Yeah, 2 knots faster, 47 to 49. And that was a really, really narrow spread. I think that's supposed to be reserved for the British carriers, but America, that's why. So, yeah, we're doing another win here. I'm not sure this gets a full retention here. It does spread out quite a bit, oddly enough. And we just get 1, but it does get a flood though. That's really quite nice. So we'll move a carrier down south to fight with the other carrier. Again, we could probably fight the other carrier, but let's let the Jervis deal with it, because he's basically got free reign because we're giving him A support. Well, we're not that close, but we were at least. He's trying to drop us for some odd reason, so that's fine. Instead of dropping the Jervis, who's about to death strike him. So yeah, again, that's why the Jervis is going to have a fantastic game. He's burnt down a full Scharnhorst. He's death struck the usual, and I think he's killed some destroyers as well, so it's a pretty meaty game for him. He's going to have a cracking game, I tell you that, to say the least. And we're going to do what we can here to get this company here. And this is what I think with the bombers. We can land a full salvo on them, get a full strike one here, and the sail's going to ship into it, the boat's going to sail into it, and there we go. Double fire with the smackerage, and we've up to 67. We were at 60 there, and they're almost up to 80k. There we go. 80k with the double fire proc as well. Again, it's pretty meaty, and we could probably finish him off here, but Fissile down. Oh no, we can actually get it with the fire. There we go. And that's the battle ended. A big fat GG's to that friendly Jervis. She got a massive 3.7k game. We did 82 there. Pretty decent game for our carrier. 2.4, 2.5, 3.7 for the Jervis. Well played. Well played to the Queen as well. Guys, if you haven't already, press the subscribe button. Like and share. Subscribe for more and all that malarkey. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.